Titans improved to 5-2 with a 27-3 win over the Chiefs yesterday. Jonathan Hutton of Outkick with us on the Electric Power Company Sunday Sports Central to break down the keys to the game, keys to the victory, we should say, with our John Burton.
Jonathan Hutton, as we break down some of the keys to the game, and we have to begin with the offensive start, Jay Hutt. An 8-play, 75-yard drive. First opening drive touchdown of the season for the Titans offense.
Well, the Titans have produced some impressive second-half efforts this season, and today it was the first half. They attacked Kansas City early, put them on their heels. The first drive went 75 yards for a score. On the previous 6 opening possessions this season, they featured just 62 yards combined. A.J. Brown takes them to another level now. He had 86 yards and a touchdown after the first 2 possessions. Julio Jones is consistent and efficient, and Derrick Henry requires attention on every snap. They got after KC today.
This was the offense that Titans fans have been waiting for, and with injuries still plaguing them, you got to give credit to offensive coordinator Todd Downing for scheming around a beat-up offensive line and receiver core today.
Yeah, it was a great job up front, and they've been solid for 2 straight games. Downing's plan kept KC off balance for 4 quarters, while the Titans were on time and on rhythm from the jump. I love the up-tempo and fast pace to the opening drive. The Chiefs were selling out to stop the run all day, so Tannehill spread it out to 9 different receivers. A.J. Brown shined bright. The Titans ran 43 plays on their first 5 first-half drives. There were at least 8 snaps on each possession, and all resulted in points. That is incredibly efficient.
And what can we say about the Titans defense, Jay Hutt? Only other time the Chiefs scored fewer than 13 points with Patrick Mahomes at QB was last year in the Super Bowl loss to Tom Brady and the Bucs. And this is the first time KC's been held without a touchdown in a regular season game since Mahomes became their starter.
It's a great job, and it was a dominant and disruptive day for the defense. KC did not run a play in Titans territory in the first half. Mahomes and company possessed the ball for less than 7 total minutes at halftime, and the pass rush got after him with 4-man pressure. And because they didn't have to play many first-half snaps, Autry, Dupree, Simmons, and Landry, they stayed fresh for the second half. That's huge. The Chiefs stuffed the yardage in the fourth quarter, but here are the stats that matter. 4 sacks, 3 takeaways, and the defense found stops on 7 of 11 third downs. Only 3 points on the scoreboard.
Yeah, Titans defense, the Titans as a whole, 2 huge wins in less than a week. More from Jay Hutt coming up later in the show. Looking like a young George Hamilton with that tan.
A new jacket, JB?
Maybe.
Oh, both you guys look swell. I got to say that. Thank you very much for the keys to the game. And so what do you make about what comes out of this? I mean, I think one big question that's going to be a hot topic around the league this week is what's up with the Chiefs? At 3-4, are they still an AFC favorite? Are they a contender? I think the answer to the first question is clearly no. And I think the answer to the second question is slipping. The question now may be more, can they get enough wins in the AFC West to even make it into the postseason? That's a real concern now for a team that's been to the Super Bowl in back-to-back years. And then the other question is, if it's not the Chiefs, who else in the AFC are you looking for? You got the Bills on top of the East. You have the Titans on top of the South. You have the Bengals, who just won in Baltimore, kind of neck and neck there. They've got the edge because of the head-to-head at this point. But those 2 neck and neck in the AFC North. Pittsburgh's starting to play a little bit better as well. And then out west, you've got the Chargers and Raiders, both with a couple of losses. And then you got the Chiefs. What does the pecking order look like in this conference right now? Where do the Titans fit in there? We asked the guys last night for their thoughts on the Chiefs and their new look AFC power rankings as well. Time now for final analysis, and guys, I have to ask the questions. The Chiefs have been to back-to-back Super Bowls and were the presumed favorite in the AFC again. But now they've lost to 4 teams who are either leading or the co-leaders in their respective AFC divisions. So, Jonathan, who exactly are these Chiefs?
A wild card team at best right now, Steve, and it's because their overhauled offensive line from the offseason is not holding up against a 4-man pass rush, and the top teams in the AFC can get after Mahomes with 4. Look around. The Ravens, the Raiders can do it. We know the Bills can get after a defense. The Browns as well can get after that offense, and the Titans proved it again again today that if you can get to Mahomes with 4, he doesn't have time to distribute the football to Kelsey and Hill with 7 in coverage.
So in less than a week, the Titans have beaten the Bills and the Chiefs. So where do they rank amongst the contenders right now? 5-3, I need your power rankings right now in the AFC Conference. Who you got?
Well, after a week like the Titans just had, beating the Bills and the Chiefs, regardless where they are now, the Titans are definitely top 3. I will give them number 1 and be the homer. After that, Cincinnati played a great game today, put them 2, and Chargers and Bills were off. Baltimore played, they lost, but look, all I care is about Titans. Titans won. What you got, Huddy?
Well, I won't play the homer because while the Titans have the 2 best back-to-back wins, they also have the worst loss among the contenders. So let's keep that Jets loss in mind. They're at full strength now, and I agree with Keith. They're a top 3 team in the AFC right now. I'm still buying Buffalo as the most complete team, despite what we saw here last week. After that, Cincinnati and Baltimore battle it out for number 2, and Cincy has 2 strong road wins, but the Titans have the 2 back-to-back wins that make a statement this week.
So you guys both believe the Titans are a contender in the AFC when it comes to the end of the season. KB, since you're the homer, I got to get your feeling on this one because this team's playing great football, yet twice this week we've seen opposing fan bases come into town in mass and put butts in the stadium across the river here. Mike Vrabel kind of called out the fans after the game today, said he wants to see more of them. As a former player, has the fan base let this team down by allowing these other teams' fans in?
Not yet. I think Coach Vrabel rallied the troops with that call today, and that's why the terrible towel got stomped. We don't like other teams coming in, bringing their fans in here and try and show out on us. And I'm glad the Titans got the win, but these fans are going to have to rally, and let's get it together because there's been some great football going to be played in November and December here.
Great stuff, guys. And the best thing about this, hey, these fans keep coming in, having a great weekend, but they keep going home with L's.